My name is Androgynous Alpha. I'm the CEO and founder of Nadharia Kenya. Nadharia Kenya was born from my own lived experiences, where once I came to Nairobi, I experienced violence, homophobia, assault, just the way I walked and just the way I dressed. I knew that I wasn't alone out there and that I needed to create a safe space where the mask representing the trans person, they would feel safe to fully express themselves and be authentically who they are. For the love of the fashion, we did a video with my friends and it went viral, and some of the friends got evicted and they were like, you came up with the idea of us doing a video on the streets and we got evicted, you need to come up with a solution for us. And that's now when the Nadharia shelter came in. It's a safe space for the queer people who have been evicted for just how they identify because of their sexual orientation and gender identity. The shelter for the 3 months wasn't enough. We had to think with my team that we need a solution, we need an exit plan. The economic empowerment was one of our action plans to be able to support our community and create an equitable and sustainable community together.
My name is Nadharia and my pronouns are she, her. And I have served at Nadharia for about 5 years now, and I'm the current program coordinator for the organization. I run Nadharia programs, and the programs look like mental wellness, our shelter program, economic empowerment, and we also have the creative advocacy programs as well. In the economic empowerment, we have managed to train mechanics, and we've had 21 mechanics trained, and they've already done their exams, they received their certificates, and they're in the job market as we speak. We have managed to train 22 carpenters. At the moment, we are training 7 graphic designers. We are hopeful to have more training avenues within the year or the years to come. We have managed to incorporate mental wellness in all the programs that we have. Majorly, it started from the shelter, but now we are fortunate to be able to incorporate it in all the programs that we do. So all the programs, they have their days for mental wellness, where we have our in-house therapists to come in, do a session with them. We have the transitional home. In the transitional home, we have managed to house over 100 sexual and gender minorities within the time frame of 2021 to 2025. When we talk about Nadharia programs, one is a transitional shelter that has been there for 5 years now. And we have the economic empowerment, where we have managed to train people in mechanics, carpentry, and now we're training them in graphic design. We have the creative advocacy program, where we use art to express ourselves and also to speak up, to have avenues of conversations, to bring people together. And when we talk about mental wellness, we have activities under mental wellness that allow us to bring the community together within our space, to have these conversations that really affect us, or train us on things that are affecting us, like, the Kaluma bill, or the bills that are being passed that are harmful to us as queer people within our region and also outside as well.
My name is Jamila. My pronouns are they, them, and I am in charge of finance and administration for Nadharia CBO. Basically, under finance and administration, I am in charge of budget overview, implementation, resource mobilization, and financial planning, essentially, and ensuring that the organization is sustainable and we are able to make sure that all of our programs are effective and basically compliance as well. Yeah, I am supposed to stay up to date with every statutory compliances, new tax applications, and ensure that the organization is in full financial health.
When clients get to exit our transitional home, and you see the value that the home has been able to give to this person in terms of they're able to align themselves, they're able to get their mental health in check, and when they come out there, you can see the value that you add into the community.
My name is Dandi Musa. My pronouns are they, them. I'm the current advocacy program for Nadharia. We have also artists in terms of music, because we are performing artists who do music. In sports, what we have been able to work with these people from these communities, most especially the mask presenting persons who don't have, they are good players, yeah, but then they're not able to engage themselves in sports activities because of how they present themselves. So we have been able to work with them for the last 5 years now.
Mimi naitwa Kal, coach Nadharia City Star. I've been there in Nadharia kutoka ianze. It's almost 4 years. First we started with a lot of challenges, ilikuwa poa, but all along imekuwa poa, imekuwa different every year, grow into another different year, of which imekuwa poa.
My name is Maureen Juma. You can call me MJ or more. Basically, I'm Nadharia's City Stars coach. I've been in Nadharia City Stars team since it started. That's 5 years now. Experience yangu imekuwa poa. At least it's rare to meet people of your community in one place, and this is a community team.
I would say in the sports department, I've been able to enjoy going to the tournaments. Yes, most of these tournaments, they are not queer-centered, but then at the end of the day, we end up winning and coming up with going home with as the best football team, and also winning the fact that most of our tournaments we have won. The best goalkeeper, the best player comes from our team, and also going home with the trophies. The celebration is always a good thing.
I am the success story of someone who went through our transitional home program. I was homeless in 2021. Basically, what happens is sexual and gender minorities face a lot of discrimination out there, especially when your folk or your workplace or where you live find out about your choice or find out about who you are. It becomes problematic. So that's what happened to me. I was kicked out, and then I stumbled upon Nadharia. Nadharia took me in. Nadharia hosted me for 3 months, and because I am skilled in graphic design, I volunteered my services within the organization, and as the organization grew, I grew with it. There are other success stories, many success stories, people within the community that we have hosted, our friends as well. So yes, there's many success stories of our transitional home. We do face many challenges. One, of course, the government and the policies that seek to discriminate or decriminalize our existence. One of the things that we've been able to do is partner with organizations that are able to balance off the pressure. When you partner with organizations, example, the shelter, you partner with organizations that have a really strong safety and security system. We're able to use their networks and be able to structure our own system to be able to ensure that we are protected as an organization, and also protect the people that we serve as well. And organizations that have been able to help us, even in the legal matters as well, how to navigate or how to term things in a way that it will not put us in a lot of trouble. And also remaining vigilant and assumption of risk, and just noticing the spaces that you can go and the spaces that you cannot go, and also maneuvering in a way that you are aware that with how you exist comes with a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, comes with a lot of challenges. So you navigate it well. We work in numbers. We do what we can, basically. Yeah.
Challenges in the finance department are basically, being a small organization, we are fully dependent on grant funding. And the grant funding is very fickle because donor priorities change, they shift depending on what is happening in the world. And also with the anti-LGBTQ, anti-homosexuality rhetoric that is moving across the region, it means that international donors are a bit wary about investing their funds towards countries that have regressive laws, with a good example being Uganda, Ghana, all the bills that have been passed against LGBTQ. And the fact that there are currently several bills that are in the works and legislations that essentially just pick and copy from this harsh discriminatory laws. So that means that being fully dependent on funding sort of limits us as to what exactly we can be able to achieve, what are donor priorities at the moment. Also being able to provide my team with something that is sustainable, something that can help them basically finance their lives comfortably without needing to look for extra sources of income also becomes a challenge because inflation is crazy. And also being masculine of center means that I am not able to seek employment in mainstream work. So being in charge of finances in such an organization means that basically the entire team is looking up to me to ensure that their lives are comfortable and they're sustainable and the programs are running. And the community is also looking up to us to ensure that we have the resources to be able to support them and empower them and basically advocate for their rights. So the main challenge I would say is finding ways to diversify income portfolio, and also the laws sort of limit us on what exactly we can do. We cannot run CBOs as a business. We cannot start income generating activities that will support the organization. They can only be channeled back into other programs. So that is very, very challenging and very unsustainable. Because also recently with the US, you know what's happening with the US and the US funding. And it was one of the biggest funders of the money pots that we have currently. So you can imagine the effect of losing such a funding arm.
I would say the challenges that we face, most especially because I've worked with mask presenting persons up to now, but also I work with other genders. It's the fact that even being in the sports department, when we are working outside there, you get discriminated, being catcalled because of dressing in a certain way. So what we saw was we can challenge these gender norms and these stereotypes by but by engaging ourselves by who we are. You don't have to conform to any societal norms and all that. So yes, our biggest challenge is working outside, being free to express yourself and also express what you believe.
Equipments, sana. Sometimes at first tukianza, we didn't have enough balls. We just had one ball, no beeps, cones. But saizi, despite that, it's still a challenge, but at least we can say we have something to hold on to. At first, hatukuwa na players. It was very hard kupata players, but hapo hivyo katikati imekuwa poa. At least right now we have more than 18 players.
Challenges we get is maybe a bit of discrimination from the outside world. Yeah, that's what I will say.
Pia ime offer opportunity, of which apart from football, they also offer another opportunity of learning. Naweza sema Nadharia being there, it's a very nice thing. Imesaidia wasee wengi sana to the community.
Personally, me being in Nadharia, it has enhanced my growth as a coach, because I used to coach academies. I am still coaching an academy, but now being in Nadharia I got the opportunity to coach our community, which is something real rare and good.
My most memorable moment with working as the advocacy creative program lead has been the fact that coming from 2023-2024, we had the We Are One festival, where we were targeting different counties, where we did one performance in Nairobi, another one we did in Kisumu, and another one we did it in Malindi, where we were expressing what was happening under year one was the fact that we had different performances, people just being their authentic self. So that was like the biggest accomplishment. And then being the fact that in 2023 coming to 2024, there was a lot of political backlash that was happening in the country, of the fact that there was also the introduction for anti-LGBTQ. So that was one of the best success event program that you were doing.
The most memorable for me would be joining. The circumstances that surrounded my joining the organization were quite hilarious, because they had come for a meeting at my house and they were talking about, they had this show that they were supposed to do, but they did not have a way to sort of like streamline and manage the funding, the money that was being paid for the ticket. And essentially someone volunteered me because I had done CPA 1 through 4, but I sort of pivoted to focus on other things. Like, I basically pivoted my career. So I had put finance and administration on a back burner. But I was like, you know what, it's fine. It's just a small gig. I can help. You know, it was volunteer basis. So I'm like, it's okay, I'll offer my services. And 5 years later, I'm still here, still offering my services. That journey from ticket sales to now donor management and grants management, and human resource responsibility also sort of lies on me. So being the backbone, essentially one of the pillars that is ensuring sustainability of the organization, still baffles me to date.
So we've got a few trophies in our cabinet, which we got them last year. Like last year, we managed to get 2 trophies, one in Kisumu and one in Nairobi. And it's a good start, you know. More trophies are coming in, and I will put it that this is just the beginning of it all. We still have a long way to go, and we are going. And with the help of our management, which we are really grateful of, I know sky is not the limit.
A message that I would give to young footballers is that they don't give up, even when they are at that grassroots football. Once you give up, there's always a chance. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day you rise up and find yourself up Ojo. My long-term goals as a coach is one day to find Nadharia not playing for Kenya anymore and going pro.
So currently we don't have any employment openings, but when we do, we usually do post them. So just being on the lookout for that. But we are looking to start a volunteer program, because you can never have too much help, you know, because we're a very small team, but the work that we do is large, it's very impactful, it has a very long reach. So sometimes you find yourself stretching thin, because now, for instance, I am finance and admin, but at the same time, I also handle human resources. So you see, that means that I'm handling 3 departments as one person. And you find that we have 2 program members, and the programs are vast. So the numbers are huge, the traffic is huge, the foot flow is huge. So we can never have too much help, especially when it comes to peer-to-peer educators, volunteer people for, you know, we have programs on paralegal trainings, and we have a lot of things that we do, and we are always looking to have people that will volunteer and help us further our mission and our vision. And who knows, maybe down the road when we have more funding, we're able to onboard them as team members. But currently it's something in the works. We are looking to start a volunteer program, whatever skill, whatever resources you feel would be helpful to us in that. You can just come and find community. It doesn't have to be employment, just come find community. You know, we have a center, you can come. We have a lot of resources, a lot of manuals, a lot of books. Talk to the team, you know, engage with us on social media. You never know what will come out of it.
We also have another program called Tubonge Tukibonda, loosely translated to, calling people for a meetup to share a meal. And Mabeshte Jikoni sort of like brings people in the community together. We have conversations about mental health, about drug use and misuse. We have conversations about the current policies that are set in place, discriminatory policies that are set in place. And we also try and help each other through that said program to see how we can try and push each other through networking. Also, if you have a business, we come have conversations about the business that you have and ways which we can try and support you. So we have programs that we're hoping to
launch within the year to see how sustainable we can continue to be for Cham City models, for the members that we have as well within the different programs that we have, and also for the shelter. Our call to action at this particular moment is we're looking to partner with organizations or individuals or business owners that can offer training, mentorship, job opportunities, most especially for the economic empowerment program, and also the people that we have at our shelter, and also within the other programs like sports as well. And also we are looking to partner also widely with other organizations in every sector, be it coming up with different programs, new, different, innovative programs, and also just, hanging out. That would be a great way